paradigm shift. And that paradigm shift is very simple. Currently, we are looking at, as Kakum was saying, we don't need to criminalize development. We need to enable development. You have a situation here where government and its agencies are just extorting developers. You know, from these fees that is being charged for all sorts of things, and there's no service. Meanwhile, the workers in the counties are also extorting the developers through their corrupt ways and means and so on. And then the developers feel that the professionals are also extorting them. So you have this huge group of extortion is starting with government and its agents on one side, and the criminalized development. We need to shift that paradigm to what I was suggesting, that what we need to be focusing on is the safety of the citizens and to enable people to comply. Government should be helping people to meet these standards. They should be working with developers to meet these standards, not criminalizing what they're doing, not charging them without offering them any service in the first instance. And without that paradigm shift, the buildings will keep collapsing because developers will believe government is looting them, and fellows working for government will be assisting the developers because they also believe government is looting this person, and they prefer that they should have monopoly of looting the person. So on one hand, you'll be having the lords of impunity. On the other hand, you'll be having looters. And meanwhile, we're not dealing with the issue that we need an environment, we need buildings that are safe for all citizens, whether they use engineers or not. And this is a proactive approach that we need to embrace.
And as you speak, there's the comments there that people are sending in from Gitonga, from Simon Jerry. I believe you can see them there. You know, engineer, sorry to say that many feel that, you know, the
Mark,
NCA has failed.
Something
but I want to bring it to you. I was just interrupting to call to attention the feedback here at the bottom of the screen as you continue talking. You've said you've worked in Malawi and other jurisdictions to better the construction industry. You haven't done it for Kenya. I don't believe it's because we are lost cause. No. But you've described it as a flawed, the development control system is flawed.
Exactly.
With the experience of other jurisdictions, what can you recommend for Kenya? I don't have the money to pay you, but please, for the service to Kenya.
You see, what you're suggesting is that don't spend all your time policing the person who does not need policing. Let me give you a very basic example. Professor Omenya has a bachelor's degree in architecture, a master's degree in architecture, a PhD in architecture. I'm professor of architecture. And the day my license expires, somehow I know nothing about architecture and I can not get anything approved. And the regulator is looking after me. The point is, Professor Omenya is not the problem. A building that Professor Omenya does with an expired license is likely to stand. The guy who's a problem is a guy who only has a new knock and a hammer. That is only claim to expertise. This is the person that we need to look at and ensure that you know, they don't make collapsing buildings. We have a system that again basically punishes and follows the people who want to comply. And the people, I mean, all these sites, I mean, you go there, you find their engineers, their architects. Let me give you a very basic case. For me to get my drawings approved in council, like I was saying before, it takes me 6 months with a lot of bichochoros and all those sort of things. For this person who actually did not even go to the Kaine Polytechnic, he gets his approval overnight because he can actually pay. And that's what I'm saying. Let's not focus on the engineers, whatever the engineers design, those things are likely to stand. It is a quirk that we need to be dealing with. It is this person, these buildings that are being put up, where the contractor is not a member of NCA. These are the things we need to be dealing with. We should not actually be focusing too much on the people who actually want to comply. We should be focusing on the people who are breaking the law in the first instance. And that's what I'm saying. Some of them are doing it with impunity. Others are doing it because they just don't know how.